Today's mantra is a little more profane than usual. And if Coach MK feels the need to tell you this, that is saying something. Ignore at your own risk. Today's episode is sponsored by Karma Project. There are 37 million vehicles across 19 manufacturers that have been recalled so far for having a deadly Takata airbag. 37 million! Do some good by alerting your friends and family about this recall and earn a $5 reward for checking your own vehicle. Chances are really good you or someone you know has a recalled Takata airbag in their vehicle right now. Both driver and front passenger position airbags are affected. This means that you and your passengers could be at risk of being killed or seriously injured by metal fragments shooting out of your airbag. I check to make sure I'm not affected, and it's important to me that all of you out there are also checking to see whether or not you're safe. All you have to do is take a picture of your license plate, then visit deadlyairbag.com/health. It takes just a minute, and for a limited time, you can get a $5 reward for doing it. Check now at deadlyairbag.com/health. It's urgent. Do not put this off. Check now at deadlyairbag.com/health.
Some say that being brave means keeping your emotions inside, putting on a face of stone. Sarah Bareilles says that being brave is about saying what you want to say and letting the words fall out. That is my kind of brave. Hi, I'm Coach Sarah, and this is the Morning Mantra.
Hi, my name is MK Fleming. I'm a run coach based in Denver, Colorado. But this isn't a podcast about running exactly. Don't tell my clients, but we're never really talking about the running. When you know a craptastic event is coming, it helps to have a mantra to keep you centered and focused as you move through it. You don't have to be an athlete to be #coached and loved by Coach MK. And if you are here, then you are #winning at life.
Today's mantra is, it's open. It's open. I'm speaking to a group of listeners who have just heard devastating news. Their friend has cancer. When friends get sick, we crumble on the inside a little. It's terrifying to know that someone that we love is struggling with something so big and so scary and so unknown. All we know is that the fear isn't going anywhere yet, and fear is one of the hardest things to confront. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1993. I was 6 years old. Treatment options were far more limited than they are now, and no one thought she'd survive a year. But she did, and she lived for 6 more years after that one. When she died, I was 13, and in the last year of her life, I remember thinking about what I could do to help all the time. But I thought about it like a 13-year-old kid. Be good, try not to break the rules too much, or at least do a really good job of lying when you do. Clear the table, help with the dishes, be as little of a burden as possible. Mom made sure to tell me on at least 1 or 2 occasions that she saw my efforts, and she was proud of me, and she was grateful. She was always good at that. She didn't ask me for more than I could give, but luckily for me, she wrote about the things she sometimes wished for. This is from an essay she wrote in December 1999. I wonder if Sarah will ever be interested in talking to me about cancer. Or maybe the issue is being able to do it. She clearly recoils from talking about any aspect of the disease having to do with death. I agree it's not an easy topic. This isn't because she doesn't care, though. I'm sure she does. She's always happy to hear that things are stable or that my tests show positive results, but she doesn't want more than this. Nothing about the uncertainties, the gray areas, and I think this is okay because we've lived through crises that she's old enough to remember. I guess enough is enough for her right now. I just don't want it to turn out that she feels I somehow never leveled with her about my condition, though there's not much I can do about this either, except to write about these and other things, and hope that she'll read them someday, or simply open up one day. I can wish and leave the door open. I couldn't be my mom's friend when I was 13. I know I did what I could for her as the person I was then, her daughter, and still, in many ways, a little girl. I'm not a little girl anymore. And I've seen my dearest, dearest friends go through scary things that I hate for them. I want to make it all better for them. I want to make them happy and take their fear away, but I can't. I do know, though, what I can do. I can be a safe place for them to say what they fear. I can hold their fear and their sadness and their overwhelming feelings. I'm big enough now to hold those feelings. And some days they will want me to distract them, and some days they'll want to tell me that things are stable and the outlook is good, and they'll want me to share in their optimism and help grow their hope. Other days they will need that big, wide space inside me to hold all the fears without trying to reject, correct, or minimize them. As it turned out, my little brother, who was 9 years old at the time, was the one in our family who held this space for my mom. Here she is again. Henry has continued to be interested in talking about the places cancer and the different treatment forms I have experimented with have taken me. And this includes everything from speculating about what it is like to die and leave our bodies, the possibility that we have had past lives in different bodies and will have next lives in different bodies as well. The idea that to die is not the fearful experience we all speculate it is, even though it is the end of life here with our loved ones. These are the places Sarah won't go with me yet, maybe never will. It is a continuous source of amazement to me that Henry will, that he's open to the possibility that the universe is not a threatening place, but one filled with wonder and possibilities of things we can hardly imagine when bound up in our physical bodies and the stresses of daily life. Henry wants to time travel, to experience the unknowable. He still believes in magic, and it's infectious. It is with and through his gift of wonder that I am better able to open myself to the possibilities the universe offers too. There is no greater joy in my life than this. I read this now, and this is 100%, the person that my brother still is today. When I have big, scary feelings that I'm afraid to say out loud, he never shrinks away from them or tries to tell me that they are smaller than they seem. Both he and my mom have showed me where the doorknob is and how wide that doorway can be. This is where the mantra comes in. Your friend needs you. She needs you to do something that no one else can do for her. She needs you to open your door for her. She needs you to sit with her in her feelings and to let them be what they are. They will change from day to day. This will not be easy for you because, of course, you're afraid too. You're angry. You feel the unfairness of this disease, and that's okay. Look for the doors that are open to you in your own family, with your other friends, with your own therapist if you have one, and ask for space to feel what you feel. But when it comes to your friend, let your door be unconditionally open to her. She needs this from you. Because her family may not be big enough to hold her fear. Her family may ask her to be strong and brave for them. They may not be able to receive whatever it is she really feels. She might need to perform strength and bravery and stoicism in a lot of places, actually. But you can be the place where all she has to do is be. You can be her thick, cushy rug and the extra soft tissues on the days when resilience means lying on the floor and crying. Hold her. Listen to her. Let your fear wait for another space and another time, and when it wants to close the door with words intended to take your friend's pain away, gently hold the door open. Tell her today and every day. This is what she needs more than anything else from you. It's open. It's open.
Wow. Oh my God. So Coach Sarah had a really gorgeous mantra. I teared up when I read the first draft. Isn't really surprising if you think about it. I mean, I don't know if you heard, but we hired Coach Sarah away from Harvard. Now comes part 2 of today's mantra. We recorded these separately, but ultimately decided to release them together as one big double header. The tone I take is a little different, but I hope you like it just as much. Actually, I secretly hope you don't compare them at all, because I am not here to compete with anyone who went to Harvard. They're smart and shit. Ugh. Coach Sarah addressed the friends of the person diagnosed with cancer. Now I'm going to talk directly to that cancer-fighting, badass warrior mama. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. That's easy for you to say, aloud, Sue. What the fuck? How am I supposed to do that? Hi, this is Coach MK, and this is a very special edition of the Morning Mantra. Today's mantra is, fuck it. Fuck it. So I'm having an asshole day. Have you ever had one of those? Where in your rush to do the right thing, you do something super stupid. My day starts with a mantra request from the friends of a woman who has been diagnosed with breast cancer. Since I am not qualified for this job that I have, I call Coach Sarah. She went to Harvard. She's qualified for everything. And I totally forget that her mother died of breast cancer. As soon as I said cancer, the "you are an asshole" light went off in my brain. I backpedaled. So, oh no, man, God, I'm sorry, you don't have to do this. And Sarah doubled down. No. I can do this, she said. But she shouldn't have to, said my brain. Later, after making that amazing mantra, Sarah created an Instagram graphic with a pull quote. It didn't quite land, and I wasn't sure how to fix it, so I picked up the phone and called my wordsmith friend who always finds the best tweetable pull quote from anything. And a few seconds into the call, I'm like, oh shit, she has breast cancer. I am an asshole. But now she's on the phone, and we've known each other since we were 16, so there is nowhere to hide. I vomit. Everything in my brain comes out my mouth, and then I start to backpedal. You don't have to do this. I am so sorry you don't have to do this. And she says, no, I can do this. 5 minutes later, she sends me the perfect pull quote. When she was diagnosed a few years ago, she said she felt really comfortable talking to me because she knew I wouldn't make our conversations about my pain instead of hers, and I wouldn't perform concern about her to all of our mutual friends because we don't have any mutual friends. So I was a safe place to land. That was what made me safe. Since then, I've come to realize what an asset that is. To be the lone wolf that I am, to be disconnected from the social circles of so many people that depend on me. What they tell me, it's like screaming into a pillow. It doesn't go anywhere. Who would I tell? We know no one in common. So after all that, don't any of you guys tell her that I cried in my car today, okay? I don't think she needs to hear it. Because this is what cancer is. This is what cancer does. Nothing is hard again after cancer. The parts of you that were sensitive are now numb, excised by the continuous paper cuts of indignity that come from people saying stupid things to you over and over and over again because cancer warped their brains as much as it did your body. And it's everywhere, so we are all a little warped, and we're all a little stupid, as though you didn't have enough to deal with right now. Warrior, I'm not going to tell you that you can do this. I'm going to tell you that you shouldn't have to. It isn't fair. Fuck that cancer for interrupting your race plans. Fuck that cancer for becoming the force field that people are scared to cross, so they stare at you helplessly like a zoo animal instead. And fuck those open doors you will never ask them to walk through because you would never burden them with your cancer. Fuck this burden that you don't want to share. Fuck this cancer for making you need help. And fuck that instinct you have that all women have to prioritize other people's discomfort over our own pain, over our own immediate needs. This is where the mantra comes in. You might not be the swearing kind, but fuck this is going to become a lifeline. Once upon a time, someone extremely close to me was diagnosed with cancer. A nurse in the hospital said, "Don't worry, you won't have cancer forever." At first, that angered me. It was so scary and inappropriate. How dare you suggest that she may pass. But then it morphed into something really bold. You could say a part of me broke off in that moment and has been misfiring ever since. Line at the grocery store? Fuck that. I'm so sorry. She has cancer. We don't have much time. Step aside. Tickets to the concert sold out? Fuck that. Excuse me, she has cancer and we don't have much time. Are you seriously telling me you can't put 2 more seats over there near the stage? Happy hour is not over. She has cancer. What the hell? You should buy her a drink for being so indignant as to tell me that happy hour is over. What's wrong with you? She has cancer. Allison, you won't have cancer forever. Stop being angelic and just break shit like a normal person. Demand things, demand special treatment. You won't have cancer forever. Someday this trump card will be gone, and we're going to have to wait in lines again, so let's make hay while the sun shines. Fuck this. Through it all, Allison never did become comfortable playing the cancer card, much less breaking shit. But I was always more comfortable doing things that she would never dare do. I can't tell you how to feel or how to deal, but I can make sure you hear my voice in the back of your head saying, fuck this, when your port burns. Fuck this when your friends stare at you and wait for you to tell them how to help you. Fuck this when you run out of strong and your kids are in the next room, and for any and all situations you will face in the coming months. Fuck that and fuck this. Lao Tzu says resisting changes is what creates sorrow. Well, let's see what happens when we just go with it, when we kick the fuck it bucket and just roll with the punches. You don't have to like it, but you can absolutely say, fuck it. Hell, girl, you have cancer. You can say whatever you want. Carpe fucking diem, yo. I can promise you, our love and our support will always outweigh that cancer. We are going to be with you every step of the way, and not staring at you through the window like a peeping Tom, hoping you don't notice us and look back. But we're going to be at the ready with teaspoons and headlamps, ready to dig.
You are coached, you are loved, and you are winning at life. And you are definitely winning at life if you subscribe to my Nuzzlenut newsletter, follow me on Facebook, or follow me on Instagram. Feel free to do all 3.
It's time. Maintain is ready to launch. Head on over to www.fitnessprotection.com, opt into the mailing list, and you will receive an email with detailed instructions the day we're ready to go. Spoiler alert, that day's coming soon. Get on the mailing list now. Yay!